Hello, my beautiful and magnificent Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for hearing the grand celestial whispers that are written just for you. I am your guide on this journey, and if you have found your way to this specific message at this precise moment in time, I need you to understand with all the radiant power of your lion heart that this is no accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me now, right where you are. Before we journey even a single step further, I invite you to find a moment of stillness. Take a deep, intentional breath in, filling your lungs with golden, sun-kissed light. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the courage gathering in your very core, and then exhale, slowly releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that has ever tried to dim your magnificent glow. Let your royal shoulders relax. Let your heart, that brilliant and generous sun that warms your entire world, open to its fullest expression. Because the universe, in its infinite and theatrical wisdom, has orchestrated this very moment to deliver a decree, a truth so powerful it is destined to change the very foundation upon which you stand. Leo, a destiny long held in the silent vaults of the cosmos, is finally breaking open into the light. It is written in ink on a legal document you never ever saw coming. Between November 12th and 16th, you are being summoned, not by coincidence, but by a powerful fated inheritance. A letter is being prepared, a will is being read, and your name, your glorious name, is on it. And if you feel the truth of that promise stirring in your soul, if your spirit is roaring in recognition, then I want you to make a sacred pact with your own elevation right now. Go to the comments and declare your readiness by typing "I am ready to claim my divine inheritance." Consider it the first step in unlocking this incredible flow. And if this space feels like home, if you are ready to walk this path of sovereign power with us, then seal your intention by subscribing to Cosmic Wisdom. We have so much to uncover together. Now let me tell you something, radiant soul. This isn't just about money. Oh no, this is so much bigger. This is a coronation. This is the universe placing a crown upon your head that was forged for you generations ago. The moment I tuned into your majestic frequency for this week, I felt an undeniable shift in the cosmic winds. Something sealed in the quiet shadows of the past is now bursting forth into the brilliant light of your present. As I laid out the cards, they did not whisper. They roared a singular, undeniable truth. Your name has been chosen to receive a legacy. And the beautiful, mysterious part of this grand story is that the person who left it for you, the one who named you as their heir, may not be someone you ever truly knew in this lifetime. That, my dear Leo, is the profound magic of soul, contracts, the breathtaking mystery of spiritual lineage. Someone, perhaps a distant ancestor, a quiet admirer who watched your light from afar, or a forgotten connection from a chapter of your life you thought was closed, has seen you. They saw your courage, your warmth, your unwavering integrity even when you felt invisible. They prayed for you, they believed in your destiny, and they included you in their final sacred decision. And now, the universe is delivering what has been held in trust for you. This isn't just about reclaiming wealth. It's about reclaiming a piece of your royal story that you didn't even know was missing. It is about healing the roots of your ancestral tree, allowing the golden sap of abundance to flow freely once more. You might be asking your heart, why me? What have I done to deserve this? And that is a beautiful, humble question. But I invite you to reframe it with all your leonine power. I invite you to stand tall, look into the mirror of your soul, and ask instead, why not me? Why wouldn't the universe choose the one whose heart is as bright as the sun? Why wouldn't destiny choose the soul who has risen from the ashes of every challenge, not bitter, but with a more generous and compassionate heart every single time you were not chosen by mistake, Leo? You were chosen because of who you are. The astrology of this week is a breathtaking testament to this truth. The sun, your magnificent ruling planet, the very source of your power and light, is forming a harmonious golden bridge to Jupiter, the planet of expansion, miracles, and grand fortune. This isn't a quiet little transit. This is a cosmic spotlight finding its star. This alignment speaks of deep karmic rewards and the return of what was rightfully yours all along. The cards, especially the majestic Wheel of Fortune and the glorious Ten of Pentacles, confirm that this moment is far beyond simple luck. This is a divine redirection of your entire timeline. This will may have been written by human hands, my friend, but I promise you it was guided and sealed by the hands of the divine. As you take this in, as you let this profound truth wash over you, let your heart remain wide open. You do not need to know the entire story right now. You only need to be willing, with every fiber of your being, to receive what is yours by sacred soul right. This message is not for every soul, but if you feel a quiet, powerful knowing rising within you as you hear these words, a feeling like you are finally remembering a truth you have always known, then you already know this is for you. Take a deep cleansing breath. Give yourself permission to believe in the miracle that is your life. And before we dive deeper into the majesty of what is unfolding, I want to take a moment to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Every comment you leave, every like you share, every moment you spend in this sacred space strengthens our soul family. It allows this channel, Cosmic Wisdom, to continue being a beacon of truth, healing, and divine purpose for those who are ready to hear the call. And trust me, Leo, you will want to stay with me until the very final second today, because what the universe is about to reveal is nothing short of extraordinary. My radiant Leo, when the Wheel of Fortune appeared in your reading, it wasn't a gentle turn. It was a thunderous, definitive shift of the cosmic gears. In that sacred moment, the cards were not suggesting a possible change. They were delivering a spiritual verdict. Your destiny has arrived, and your name is already etched in gold in the next great chapter of your life. The appearance of the Ten of Pentacles immediately after was the universe's way of confirming what I could feel deep in my core. You are not just about to receive, you are about to inherit. You are not just inheriting money, but profound meaning. Not just material value, but divine validation. This isn't some random stroke of luck. This is a masterpiece of divine design. You see, in the sacred language of astrology, the Wheel of Fortune often mirrors the grand planetary forces that are beyond our mortal control. It speaks of the cycles of fate, of Jupiterian expansion that brings blessings beyond our wildest dreams, and of ancestral timing coming to perfect fruition. The wheel appears when something has finally matured, a seed of intention planted by an ancestor generations ago, which now, through you, finally bears golden fruit. The Ten of Pentacles aligns with this majestic theme perfectly. It is the ultimate card of family legacy, not just in tangible wealth, but in wisdom, in honor, in a name that carries weight and dignity. It represents the hidden trust funds of both spirit and material abundance being unlocked. The moment these two powerful cards appear together is incredibly rare, and when they do, they signal a pivotal, life-altering moment where your spiritual lineage finally and gloriously merges with your practical day-to-day reality. But just as this brilliant truth begins to shine, the luminous moon card emerges mysterious, soft, and yet intensely revealing. The moon does not shout its secrets, it whispers them to the soul. It reminds us, beautiful Leo, that not all inheritances are clean-cut or simple. The moon tells you that somewhere in your bloodline a silence was kept. A decision was made to bury a truth, perhaps to protect the family name, perhaps to hide a pain, perhaps to simply forget a sorrow. You, however, are being called to remember. Not because you went searching for it, but because your soul has finally grown strong enough, bright enough to hold this truth and alchemize it into light. This reading is not about greed or material gain. It is about wholeness, the kind of profound wholeness that comes only when you are willing to receive not just the gifts and blessings of your past, but also its sorrows, and transmute them with your magnificent, generous heart. There may have been a significant disconnection in your family tree. Perhaps an ancestor was cast out, misunderstood, or left behind. Perhaps you in your own life have often felt like the outlier, the one whose light was too bright, the one who was misunderstood. And now, the universe is showing you with breathtaking clarity, you were never forgotten. You were never too much. You are being preserved, held in reserve for this exact, divinely timed moment. And here is where the deeper, more profound truth settles into your spirit. To receive something this significant, you must open more than just your hands or your bank account. You must open your heart, because what is coming to you carries the energy, the dreams, and the hopes of those who did not get their chance to shine. This is a sacred trust. You are not simply inheriting land or keys or numbers on a screen. You are inheriting choices, the choice to heal what was broken in your lineage, the choice to honor a story that was silenced, the choice to stand in your power and declare the pattern of lack ends with me, or the legacy of true heart-centered abundance begins with me. Either way, your name is now the golden bridge between the past and the future. In moments like these, it is not uncommon for the soul to feel a wave of overwhelm. You may feel a flicker of unworthiness or a fear that this is all too good to be true, but I invite you to consider the ancient spiritual wisdom that says, "To whom much is given, much will be required." Not required in the sense of a heavy burden, my friend, but required in awareness, in presence, in grace. You are not being tested, you are being trusted. And that trust, that divine faith in you, was written in the stars long before it ever appeared in ink on a legal document. So take a deep centering breath, because what you are about to receive is not just a financial shift. It is a soul-level reminder that what is truly meant for you has always been circling its way back home to your heart. You are not the end of your family's story. You are the chapter where the healing happens, where the abundance returns, where the restoration of honor and light begins. And if even one part of your radiant soul believes that could be true, then this is your moment to lean in and say with all your power, yes. Leo, if you have been feeling a strange sense of anticipation lately, a pull in your chest, a flutter of excitement for reasons you couldn't quite name, it's because the very energy around you is already shifting. What was once hidden behind closed doors, sealed within official-looking envelopes, or buried deep within the fine print of ancestral decisions, is now beginning to rise to the surface. And I need you to know, this is not your imagination. This is real, tangible, and legally binding. Something with your name on it is coming forward, and it carries both the weight of legacy and the wings of purpose. When the Justice card appears in a reading of this magnitude, especially in the sacred context of inheritance, family secrets, or hidden blessings, it is never a coincidence. It marks the moment a spiritual contract comes into physical material form. It tells us that what has been written, signed, and witnessed on paper is merely a reflection of something that was already agreed upon in the higher realms of spirit. This card doesn't just speak of human fairness, it speaks of divine order. It speaks of the universe meticulously aligning every piece of the puzzle in a way that finally brings a profound sense of balance to what once felt uneven, unjust, or forgotten. You may soon receive a phone call from a number you don't recognize. You might get a certified letter in the mail, or an email from a legal firm you have never heard of. Your first human instinct might be to doubt it, to dismiss it as a scam or a mistake. And in the world we live in, your magnificent lion's caution is wise. But please hear me on this. Leo, do not let your fear roar louder than your faith. Do not let your skepticism silence a miracle before it even has a chance to arrive at your doorstep. Right now, as we speak, the sun, your ruling star, is forming that powerful trine with Jupiter. In astrology, this is no small event. It is a sacred handshake between your identity, the sun, and benevolent expansion Jupiter. It is a cosmic promise being fulfilled. These two planetary giants don't offer fleeting thrills. They offer deep, foundational blessings. They speak of karmic rewards being delivered, of grand legacies being passed down, of things that were buried coming up, not to haunt you, but to heal and elevate you. This week, that glorious alignment is activating the house in your astrological chart that governs shared resources, contracts, power, and yes, inheritance. But even more importantly, it is activating your sense of divine worthiness. Will you open the letter when it finally arrives? Will you take the next step, make the next call, even if you don't understand the full story yet? Because this isn't just a test of your readiness, my friend. It's a test of your faith in what has been orchestrated for your highest good behind the scenes for longer than you can imagine. You are not being asked to figure everything out all at once. You are being asked to simply stay open, to allow your brilliant curiosity to lead you instead of your need for control, to remember that sometimes the most profound answers from the universe don't arrive with fireworks and a marching band. They arrive in simple manila envelopes, in quiet phone calls, and on official stamps that declare, "This belongs to you." And isn't it beautiful how the law, so often seen as cold, rigid, and impersonal, can sometimes be the very vessel through which divine destiny chooses to move? This is why you must approach what is coming, not just with caution, but with reverence, with presence, with the deep understanding that when the universe decides to manifest a miracle in physical form, it often chooses the path that ensures there can be no confusion. Legal letters, contracts, wills, these are not random. They are the anchor points between the world of spirit and the world of form. You were not forgotten, you were preserved. And now what has been sealed with ink and powerful intention is making its majestic way toward you. The energy is not simply about money or property, it is about being seen. It is about being acknowledged. It is about being included, even if the one who included you is no longer here in the physical realm to explain why. Let this be your reminder, Leo. Sometimes the quietest knocks on your door carry the loudest, most life-changing meaning. And when that moment arrives, don't just answer the door. Receive the blessing with both clarity and humility. This is your time to step into something that was already chosen for you, something earned not by struggle, but by your very alignment. Something written in both law and unconditional love. As the energy of this incredible story deepens, As the golden threads of this tapestry begin to reveal their true shape, it is perfectly natural for you to pause and ask that question again. Why me? That is not a question of self-doubt. Magnificent Leo, it is your soul's quiet, powerful whisper trying to comprehend the sheer scale of what is unfolding. The mystery isn't just in what you are receiving, it's in who chose to give it. And that question, my friend, carries so many beautiful, shimmering layers, because the one who included your name in that sacred legal document may not have been someone from your immediate everyday life. In fact, all the signs in the cards and the stars point to a quiet, noble figure from the outskirts of your story. Someone perhaps a little older, reserved, maybe even estranged from their own immediate family connections, who carried a memory, a thread, or a single moment involving you that never ever left their heart. The energy of the King of Cups appearing alongside the Hermit speaks volumes about this soul. This was not a decision made out of fleeting impulse or obligation. It was a choice born in deep solitude through quiet contemplation and guided by a powerful emotion that perhaps had no name, only a profound weight of truth. The Hermit doesn't seek the noise of the crowd, he seeks deep, authentic meaning. And when he appears with the King of Cups, the master of emotional maturity and compassion, it tells us that this individual spent a great deal of time revisiting the deeper layers of their own life. They questioned what legacy truly means. They wondered what impact they had on the world. And they prayed in their own quiet way that something they left behind could become a seed for someone else's healing and joy. The presence of the reversed Three of Cups shows us that while they may have remained distant in their physical life, they never ever disconnected from caring. Their awareness of you may have been soft, gathered through stories they overheard from other family members, through old photographs, through distant conversations, or even through a quiet, heartfelt search online in recent years. But whatever the method, it was enough. It was enough to awaken something profound within them. It was enough to make them choose you. This isn't about being lucky, Leo. It is about being seen for the truth of who you are. It is about being remembered. It is about being chosen at a soul level. And in this moment, you are not just receiving something material. You are receiving the beautiful healing echo of someone else's journey toward peace. Their decision to leave something to you wasn't only a gift to you, it was a way for them to make peace with their own past. And that, my friend, is sacred. When we think about legacy, it is so easy to assume it should come from those we know intimately, from the people we see every day. But divine energy doesn't always follow human logic. Sometimes the most profound and life-altering exchanges happen between souls that only brushed against each other in brief, fleeting moments, or were linked only through silent prayers rather than spoken conversations. You may never fully understand all the reasons why you were chosen, but what truly matters is that you were chosen. And that fact alone says something profound about your frequency, your integrity, your light, and your rightful place in this larger cosmic tapestry of life. There is a quiet and noble kind of faith required to accept a blessing like this. Faith in divine timing, faith in unseen connections, faith that even in a world that often moves far too fast and feels far too cold, there are still choices being made in silence that carry the deepest meaning. This kind of blessing does not arrive through force or through striving. It arrives through surrender, through a willingness to believe that the universe never ever forgets what the heart remembers. Let yourself feel the true gravity and grace of that, and let yourself finally believe that what is arriving is not a debt you must repay, but a ripple of grace from the past that you were always meant to catch. You do not need to justify your worthiness. The choice has already been made. What remains now is your willingness to finally receive it, not just with your hands, but with your magnificent heart wide open to what this legacy truly means. Now let's do a small ritual together right here, right now. To anchor this powerful energy, I invite you to gently place one hand over your heart. Feel that steady, powerful, rhythmic beat beneath your palm. Close your eyes for just a few seconds. Bring to mind any feeling of unworthiness, any old story or judgment that has ever made you feel you were not enough. See it in your mind's eye, and then whisper these words, either aloud or in the sacred sanctuary of your own soul. I return all old energy of lack to the light. It is not mine to carry. I keep only the truth, the love, and the royal power that dwell within my heart. Now take another deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine a layer of heavy gray dust falling away from your shoulders, dissolving into pure golden light. When you open your eyes, feel that new lightness. That, my dear Leo, is the first step of your coronation. The truth is not something you must go out and search for. It already dwells within you like a powerful blazing sun at the center of your own solar system. People may build structures of doubt around you. They may plant gardens of twisted stories or judgments, but they can never ever stop your sun from shining. Your truth always finds its way to the light. The lesson here is simple, yet it holds immeasurable power. Truth does not need you to defend it by fighting. It only asks that you stand in it. When you release the need to explain, to justify, to prove your worth, you become energetically lighter, freer. And it is that calm, centered, powerful radiance that becomes the most deafening and definitive answer to every doubt ever spoken. This moment is a profound cleansing. Imagine you are standing in a vast hall of mirrors, but in each mirror, you no longer see a weary face worn down by the judgments of the world. In each mirror, you see a radiant, unbound soul, a soul shaking off the final remnants of dust, a soul standing tall and majestic like a blazing torch, unafraid of any wind. And in that very moment of self-recognition, the haze dissolves, the lies vaporize, and you will see your true face, perhaps for the first time in a very long time. The face of a soul unbound, stepping into a sacred cycle of rebirth and sovereignty. My dear Leo friends, we have reached the end of our journey together for today, but your personal journey is just beginning. I want you to pause and truly acknowledge the significance of this message, the sheer power of this sacred moment. This has been a profound activation of your soul's highest, most radiant purpose. Embrace it fully. Allow yourself to surrender to the magic of your own transformation. This is your time to shine your brightest, to share your incredible, heart-centered gifts with the world, and to live the majestic life you were always destined to live. I would love to hear from you. What part of this message resonated most deeply with your soul? What truth has been awakened within your lion heart today? Share your thoughts, your insights, and your feelings in the comments section below. By sharing our stories and supporting one another, we amplify our collective healing and growth. Let's create a sanctuary of transformation right here together. And of course, if you have not already done so, please remember to subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom to stay connected for all the unique divine guidance we will be sharing in the weeks to come. We have so much more to explore together on this beautiful path. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your magnificent journey. It has been a true gift and an honor to share this sacred space with you. I wish you an abundance of joy, a profound sense of peace, and the unwavering radiant success that you so richly deserve. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the heart of your own universe, and you are fully capable of achieving all of your wildest, most beautiful dreams. Go forth and be brilliant.